You're right, it did happen pretty quickly, but sort of in reflection, it was probably no surprise given his success with our team over a long period of time that he's sort of looking to move on to the next venture. I think I think my style is similar to his in that he's quite relaxed. It's a very player-driven environment, and that's certainly something that I want to continue on through this next period of our competition phase. So I've certainly learned a lot about the game and coaching styles, and there's certain things that I will definitely take away from that, and at the same time I'll put my spin on things as well, which will, I guess, just happen naturally. Yeah, look, I do have some ideas around that after the watching us. Obviously, we're coming off a strong ODI phase, and we're now moving into a heavy T20 phase leading up to a World Cup next year, and obviously we've got the Com Games. But I think part of the camp that we're on this week is about talking about that sort of thing, about having a bit of a reset and looking at how we want to play our T20 cricket. So there's going to be some really good discussions over the next couple of days around that. And from that, we'll start to look at ways that we can potentially, hopefully, stay in that number one position with, knowing that other teams are coming for us. So we obviously want to stay in that position, but we need to keep evolving. Look, I think it's fantastic to have Jude and Dan on board. They took our Australia A side against England just recently in the Ashes and done a fantastic job. They work well together. I think their skill sets are really complementary. And I think it'll be nice and refreshing for the spin bowlers who've been working with me for the last 4 years to get a little bit of a different take on things from Marshy and Jude similarly. So they know each other really well. They work together well. So looking forward to getting them involved in the team. Yeah, look, I think there is. I know, obviously, there's been a little bit of commentary around it lately. But I think there is sort of an area of the game where we can look to play more. But at the same time, there's got to be space in the calendar. And I guess not all countries are sort of at that point in their development as well. So it's all got to work. But I do like to think that in the future, there is more test matches being played if there is opportunity. Yeah, look, I think sort of in the near future, Taylor and Georgia, we probably don't expect to see them with significant injuries. And Elisa's back is tracking as well as it can be expected, which would be no surprise given the type of athlete she is and the work she does on it. So she's tracking as well as can be expected. I think at this point we don't probably expect her to be available to bowl in the upcoming Com Games and Island series, but she's certainly got some value as a batter. So she's tracking as well as can be expected, and I guess that's just I'll wait and see how she progresses through that rehabilitation stage.